So we were together from 20 till I was 30. We already got married. And then, we lived in Pleasanton working, doing our
So
thing.
you got married before you went to San Francisco?
Yes. There were a lot of accusations of him going outside the marriage, whether it's flirting or more, whatever. The more progressed into alcoholism, the more physically abusive he became, to the point where I was afraid for my life. And I realized there is no way I could help him. I tried so hard to help him. At this point, he had spent so much money on video equipment and stuff like that. We were so far into debt that I was paying like $1,000 a month just on minimum charges, like the minimum due. Because we were so far into debt, we had to claim bankruptcy. So I lost everything. It was hard. I literally had to move out with nothing, with less than I had before. And I didn't even have a credit card. So I couldn't qualify for anything. And I just remember thinking, oh my God, I have to start over at 30 years old. I have to start over completely from scratch. Fast forward, I met someone else and moved to San Diego for a couple of years. And the good thing about that came out of that relationship, he was a really nice guy. And he taught me that red hair was beautiful. And so for the first time in my life, I actually appreciated who I was. We were engaged. We were supposed to get married. And then 3 months before our wedding, he just decided that he didn't want children. He didn't really want a family. And then, later on, I find out that he cheated on me, but whatever. But it really did create in me independence, because it was like, you know what? I don't really need a man. So although I wanted a partner, I wanted deeply, deeply, deeply to have a family.
Yeah.
And that was the main thing for me. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm in my 30s now. I'm in my mid 30s. I want children. Like, what am I going to do? Nobody's going to want me now that I'm so old and stuff. Thankfully, I gotten my shit together and I bought my first home. And this was...
Let's go.
About, I want to say 6 to 8 months before I met Norm, I bought my first home.
Yeah.
All by myself. And I was so proud of myself because I had gone from bankruptcy to owning my own home. It took 7 years, because it took 7 years to drop off the record. But I did it, and I was super proud of myself. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I have a home. I have my career. I don't need anything else. I would love to have a partner, a life partner, and I would love to have children. And I'm okay if that doesn't happen. And then that's when I met Norm.